Hi, and welcome to my short overview of Shalidor's Overlook version 2. I'm going to show you a couple of things that people have been asking about, and I'm going to address in particular the Armory. First things first, sometimes when people install this mod, it starts with the security system in place, which is this. You see a couple of oil puddles, and you'll see this fancy thing, and then when you open the gate, you can't get in because there's an invisible wall. The easy way around it is going to be go through the garden. I've just added this little garden here. And as for that, I wanted to say that the horse marker is now somewhere here in the middle of the garden, for the reason that if you use convenient horse herding from the Legendary Edition, yes, this works. This works absolutely. I've tried it out. You can use it in Skyrim SE. If you plant the flag here in the meadow, your horses will meander around and have a good time on in the meadow. It would be a bit crowded in the stable, so that's why. So you can just go around the back here, and here you go. You're in. NPCs like mobs will probably, they could follow you here, but on their own they probably wouldn't find this in. I don't think they would. I haven't tried it out yet, to be honest. Right, the other issue is when you're on this side of the wall, so how are you going to activate the fire? Well, that's quite easy, really. You use any fire spell you have, and you just point it down there. You see there's a puddle over this side of the gate, and there you go. And you just watch them burn and enjoy the show. So that's one thing. These oil puddles can only be used once per cell reset, just so you know. The other thing I did is I made the second security system here activatable again from outdoors and indoors, so that you don't have the same problem. I mean, it's easy to get around. You just go around the house and enter from the back. But there you go. You can activate this both ways now. And another thing I wanted to say is these lanterns can be turned on here. This button is a little bit hidden. Right, that is basically the biggest outdoor issues that I wanted to address. Now we're going to go into the Armory, and I will explain to you how to set up the Armory properly with a minimum of frustration. Right, we enter the Armory. We can enter the Armory either from the treasury or here from the main entrance in the bedroom. And here we have a couple of things to address. First of all, the Daedric. The Daedric dagger should be here, and the Daedric war axe should be there. However, due to something, this is not working. I promise I will address this as soon as I am capable of working with the CK again. I'm just currently not very good at concentrating, and I would probably end up making more mistakes than in trying to fix the whole thing. So, the Armory consists of 4 rooms. The first room obviously being for the vanilla armors and weapons. We'll start on the left room here. Here is the only place where you can set up staves properly. Every other weapon rack they will look odd. They will float in the air and all sorts of weird trickery. It's pointless trying to put staves anywhere but here. And we also have some dagger displays here. Daggers are actually surprisingly convenient. They will also sit in weapon racks nicely. I've got some more dagger displays here. And here I've got some daggers hanging in the actual weapon racks, so you can see they look actually okay. The big problem is these weapon racks have a peculiarity. When you're facing east or west, you cannot put greatswords in them. I mean, you can, but they will be upside down. They will be pointing upwards, like there. You see that? That works with things like lances, like those. It works with this large axe, but the great swords, they will simply point upwards, which is a bit annoying if you don't like that. They will work fine with these because they're on an angle, so you can put your great swords in here, and they will work absolutely fine with weapon racks that are pointing north or south. So we'll put them here. So that looks good. For the other ones, you can put your war hammers in there, your battle axes, normal swords, daggers, all sorts. And then we have these plugs up here. They will only take bows properly. Everything else will look really stupid. Don't even bother. And don't try crossbows either. Crossbows are just not very good at being displayed on any weapon rack from what I can tell. So I've opted out of crossbows altogether. I find them ugly anyway. So yeah, you can put your bows there, you can put your shields there. And this way you'll have the least frustration. Here I've put a bunch of one-handed swords. Maces and axes will always hang down, which looks a bit stupid, but that's Bethesda. I can't do much about that. It's a bit weird, really. One thing I noticed while I was setting up this room for you guys is that a couple of the activators don't work, and one of them is this one here. And this one here. And there's another one somewhere which I don't remember which one that is right now, but I promise when I get to fixing all this stuff, I will fix it. And the other thing I wanted to mention is the teleport book that's in the bedroom. That teleport book, once you've learned the spell, will take you... It's snowy. I'm having some weather ENB that makes it snow inside. Shouldn't really be snowing, but there's not much I can do about it. This book here, if you have the director's cut, this book is unusable because it still leads to the main room, to the main hall, which doesn't exist in the director's cut. So that's another thing I'm going to fix. And as for the bedroom, the other thing I wanted to say is if you click on this little statue here, you'll get a little seating area, and you can sit on the mattress. Followers can sit on that one as well, and you can sleep here, and followers like sleeping on this mattress. If that bothers you because you'd much rather have them sleeping in your bed, we'll turn that off again. Saying that, the bed is configured to be a spouse bed, so the spouse should be sleeping in that bed. If that doesn't happen, then you may need couple counseling or something. Right, that concludes that, and now we're going to go outside and I'm going to tell you about the secret. So fair warning, if you don't want to know about the secret, stop watching now. Well, here we are outside. If you decided to keep watching, then let me just show you how to start on the secret, which is in fact a hidden quest line, a mage quest line, which will require you to grow as a mage, to learn your craft, to be inquisitive, and to put 2 and 2 together. The first thing you want to be doing is you'll be wanting to investigate this here wood pile. If you hit E or try and activate it, nothing happens. So obviously then you would try flames, right? And nothing happens either. So then you might have thought, okay, Elfie messed up, whatever, really, don't care. But if you come back using something a little more powerful than flames, in fact fireball, something does happen. And I'm going to leave you with that. I don't want to give the whole thing away. If you have found the secret by chance or by cheating, well, I'm not gonna say anything, you know, cheat away if you like. But what I will say is you will miss out on a hopefully rewarding quest line that is very intuitive and very hidden and just will require some thinking on your part. And the one thing I'm going to say is that everything you need to find for this quest line can be found here on the premises. So I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed this, and as I said, I'll promise to get back to this as soon as I can concentrate properly again, and I will fix the various little issues. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, see you.